Welcome to the first episode of Art War. So in today's episode, you will see the first challenge, the practice challenge, the first winner, the first elimination pair, the first elimination group chat, and the first ever twist of the show. 'Cause the biggest twist of the whole show is each episode there's another twist. So the show will never get boring. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe so you know when each new episode comes out. So before the show started, which is obviously the first episode, I did the cast announcement, which was episode 0. But one of the contestants has not been able to be in the show. He was announced in that video due to them having their phone taken away. So I had to get a brand new contestant to fill their spot, which will be Lola from the UK. So we have 5 countries and now like 5 people from the UK. So I'm pretty sure the UK has taken this show over. So to make sure all of the artists were good on the time side of the show, I set them on a practice challenge to see how they would cope and if they would get their drawings back to me on time. So their first challenge was to create a logo for the show, and then they had to post it using the hashtag #ArtWar by James Fudge. So that's the hashtag that all the art for this show will be under. And obviously you can go follow their Instagrams while you're there. So even though the practice challenge had no effect on the actual competition, we did pick a winner just so the judges can get used to us all together judging and having a conversation. And if you want to know who won the practice round, make sure to go follow my Instagram and have a look at my most recent post. Well, it should be my most recent post, I'm not sure anymore. So now it is time for the first main challenge. So for the first main challenge, the theme was anything. So the artists could draw anything they want, it just had to be a brand new character or an old one that they have drew, and it has to be original idea, they can't trace anything, and it can range from black and white to full colour, and it was up to them. It just had to show what they love to draw. So now I'm going to show you what I sent the artists announcing the first challenge and some of the clips of them drawing, painting and all sorts, because the artists are all different in every way possible. You have watercolour, digital art, pencils, black and white, full colour. They have done everything possible. judging time, it currently is 9... It looks like I'm squinting, but that's really bright, ignore me. It is 9:21, and that means it's 21 minutes after they had their time limit. So they've all had the exact same amount of time, and it's time just to see their drawings. And there's also the first twist of the whole show, which is each episode the judges and I will pick one winner. We will pick 2 people for elimination, and we will pick who we think should go up for elimination. So there's 3 people for elimination altogether. So let's just ring the other 2 judges and start discussing over who we think should win.
Just a basic person looking.
Hello? People?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, right. I'm filming. Let me just screen record. And we are going. Right, so let's start with the first drawing, which is by Elephant Jasper 4ZG. What do you guys think of this?
I do like the idea of the silhouette, but I don't think it was the right drawing for the challenge, because we're supposed to be able to see the character. We can't see their clothing, their silhouette, unless that is all of the silhouette. I can't really tell the shape. I assume that's some kind of head, with a hand, maybe a cape.
It could,
I don't know anything about the character.
Because the cape merges into what I'm assuming is the background or rocks. They didn't keep going with it, so it's just even more confusing.
Yeah.
I have nothing against monochrome, but I find if you are trying to draw the attention to the character, which is the main point of our challenge, I would have chosen a darker color to make it pop.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, I don't think it's grayscale, because the sky is blue. But
True.
The rocks are gray.
Overall, I just don't really think it's gonna win this challenge, because you can't see the character, which is the challenge.
I do agree. I'm sorry, Jasper. I do like
Same.
your pop rock, though.
So I don't think Jasper will be winning this challenge, but let's move on to one awkward artist. Now, love's a strong word, so I'm just going to say heavily like this, because I just like the background, and it just all kind of comes together with the red in the top, bottom and middle bits of the drawing.
I do like the distribution of color, and I like how they definitely know somewhat about color theory, because they managed to use red and green and it doesn't look like Christmas, so this is impressive.
Yes, very.
I do like the background also. It's interesting. I don't know. I can't really picture this character being in a story, or at least not the main character in a story.
Yeah. And another thing, if you zoom in on the picture, you may see she's cut it out of the lines. Which I still do that. If you look on the legs, she's the shadowing has gone out of the lines.
Oh, yes.
But I still do that, so I don't blame her, because it could have just been the paper she's used, because alcohol markers and papers, it's a whole science behind it. So
they do bleed sometimes.
it might not be her, it might just be her first time using this paper. But you never know. Right, let's...
I like that she tried to incorporate shadows into the legs, but since I can be picky, she kind of doesn't have 1 point or 2 points. They're their main the light points. And if you look at the hair, normally hair makes a shadow underneath it, and not to attack anyone, but normally you have one light source, so
yeah,
you can understand where shadows would be.
But still,
cheating is a bit.
but like still, it's a cartoon style. So I don't think that whole aspect of drawing necessarily makes sense in cartoon style.
That could be true.
Like, because you can have it there. I'm not saying that it's wrong to have it, but I'm not saying it's necessarily right to have it. Makes sense. Because nothing cartoon makes sense because proportions and everything's off. So, like, I don't know. It's Navy artist who is very, like, a whole story, because she said to me she messed up the colour, so she sent in just basically a sketch, and when I say sketch, I mean sketch, because there's no shading whatsoever.
Someone who used to only do traditional art, there are ways around that. If you mess up the colors, you could, the good old press it up against the window and trace it. But I don't know how much time she had.
Because she posted it 5 hours ago, so like she could have finished it quite literally those 5 hours ago, trying to rush. So she could have messed up.
This is true.
But then, yeah, again, she could have just put a filter on it, making it black and grey.
That's true. She could have done that.
But the drawing, like, I really like, 'cause it's a cartoon style that makes sense, and that hand impresses me just on its own, because I can't draw hands to save my life.
My only thing is, this might just be nitpicky, but since this is a challenge basically on, I think, creativity right at the root of it.
Basically, yeah.
We haven't seen too much creativity in these first three. It's just very, well, I'm sorry, Jasper, I don't know what's happening in yours, but for One Awkward Artist and Navy Arts, they're just, it's a human character.
Yeah, because I told them to draw what they love, and like, if this is what they love, sure, but is it going to win the challenge? Not necessarily. I like it too, but that hand just bothers me. That blob.
Yeah, the one on the right.
I think it's cute. I like that they went not for like a human character.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of went like...
And like, it's clearly what he loves to draw, because his whole like profile is like that whole alien sci-fi thing, and he's shown it here.
I also like that he was able to like take different colors of blue and make it look like totally different types of like shading and like fabric and stuff.
But like,
I still have a problem with light source, because like light sources.
but then still like, I think it's a bit too much of the blue, and he hasn't made anything dark enough.
There's not enough variation between the hue of the blue on the shirt and the pants. I think it was a good trick, and not that I do this because I'm lazy, but turning into grayscale.
Like, Faith Dot Paints is an interesting one, because I have a very, like, I'm torn in the middle if I like it or not. So I want to hear what you guys have to say first.
What thoughts?
I'm just being on one of the wings, one of the horns literally looks like a piece of cardboard, and the other one looks like a horn.
What do you...
Oh my god, that's kind of true. The one thing that annoys me the most is the like whole contrast. Like, I know purple's her thing, but I think it's too much.
Yeah, but like some more contrast. If you want the character...
It's kind of like boom in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
purple
should be a different color. And I mean, obviously her eyes are closed in this drawing, but in this sketch it looked like she was sticking something in her eyes open.
Then, right, my camera thing fell up, so I had to download it. So, we are now going to be looking at Jamie Davis Arts, and I know someone out of the judges wants to talk about a chin, so go ahead.
Okay, so as a person who draws profiles a lot, I can understand that But if you can fit a finger, your lip is. If you can't fit a finger, your lip is too close. Thank you.
Really?
I still think this is one of the best. Because she's only used a pencil, but still,
I like it.
so much contrast.
Yeah, I like it.
For me,
actually, like, hue and, like, stuff. I'm confusing my words, but there's contrast.
this is like one of my top 3 easily.
I think I prefer it without. There's like one version where there's a mask. I think I prefer it without the mask. But that's
Wait, did she draw the lips and then cover them up with the mask?
Oh yes. I don't know why they look. Well, apparently the character doesn't have a chin, but I think the lips look really nice.
Same.
And there's a lot of.
I like the lips as well.
Wait,
Scene story.
do you guys understand what she is? Is she like a zombie?
Type of Medusa.
That's
Yeah,
what.
she kind of looks like Medusa.
Yeah, but
Yes, it's
for
like
the
a snake woman.
for the fact it's a character
Is she
challenge,
crying or is she crying blood?
both.
I thought you were just crying like dark black tears or something.
But for the fact it's a character challenge, I think this is one of the best, like, clearly original, new, fresh characters.
Yes,
And,
I
like,
can see.
it has a story.
Read her webtoon.
Oh, right. Let's move on. Next is Jolly Gliss something or another. I can't read again, but for me, I love this sketch. I love it so
The
much.
sketch is great.
But this watercolor neon thing is not doing it right.
Like
Yeah.
the motion in the legs.
Mm.
But I would add like white to distinct that they're legs, not just.
Like,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
like,
it's just all neon colors. It's just neon blue, neon yellow, and a neon red.
Also, I'm very confused about the red. I don't
And there's so much
understand its purpose.
there's so much detail from the sketch that she just erased with the paint.
I think. Do they have liner in some of their other drawings?
Do they?
Where's the liner?
My phone won't work. 1 minute.
Unless they're trying to maybe develop their style into a lineless style. Though I don't think I would try it for a challenge.
Is Fantastical Doodles. This one, what do you guys think? Because I have another strong opinion on it, but I want to see what you think.
I like there's contrast here. I love me some contrast. I like how the gloves are dark and the hair is dark. And the beginning character Vertigo, which is the skin condition.
I
Have,
just,
like, the
it
white
feels,
spots.
yeah, it feels a bit stiff.
It is a bit stiff.
But I still do that. I'm just saying, I am a stiff drawer myself.
I do like the pop of color that the glasses and the like magic that she has is providing, but they're like there's not much going on.
Yeah.
It's simple, which can work, but I think
Like bends in the clothes. But normally when you have those, they create shadows.
yeah, and one thing is I'm talking about light source. I don't really understand how the magic is like affecting her. It just looks kind of random. Like
So, it is time for Lola's cute little frog.
Frog!
Frog for the win. It's so cute and simple, it's everything.
it's so clean.
we're just saying we like it 'cause it's funny. We're saying we like it because of how clean it is.
Yes, it's so clean.
It just, and the line work. So, we judges had lots of thinking, and it was a very hard decision because I can't remember if I've already said this or not, but the first twist of the show is the judges will pick the winner and someone for elimination. So that means there's 3 people for elimination. Now, the elimination challenge has already come to an end, and I know who's gone home, but you don't. So, the winner of the first challenge is Lola. Lola won because her drawing was just so simple, and we just loved it. It was simple, but the technique was on point. Yeah, the line work was amazing, and we just loved the colour. We loved the idea, and it was just clear. She loved what she was doing because it looked just. So she had won the first challenge and had to pick 2 people for elimination, and she picked Elephant Jasper and Jolly Gliss. I'll probably learn how to say all of these names by the end of the show, but those 2 were up for elimination. Also, the judges outvoted me, and they put Isabel, Navy Artist, for elimination. So those 3 had to do a elimination challenge. So let's get to that. So the first elimination challenge was a 3-colour challenge. So they're only allowed to use 3 colours to draw any image. And in my opinion, if I could, I probably would have sent more than 1 person home on this challenge, because there is going to be a point where I'm gonna do that, because there's 11 contestants and there's only going to be 10 episodes. So I'm going to have to eliminate 2, and here's the biggest twist of all. So these are all the drawings. So you've got Elephant Jasper, you've got Isabel at Navy Arts or Artist, and then Jolly on here. And the big twist is no one is going home, and a new contestant who you all thought was a judge is coming. So Art of Mo is the final contestant. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Art Wars. If you want to see more, give this video a like, and maybe I'll do a spin-off series where each episode will have another separate one where I do all the bloopers and the judges and I messing up. There were so many funny moments that I just couldn't include in this. Me messing my lines up in a bunch of the group chats and all of that. So I think you'll like it, but I'm not sure. So if you do, just leave a comment down below and like the video. And if you want to see more, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and let's just try and make this the most viewed video I have ever had. So let's try and get this to 100 views. And thank you so much for the support of episode 0 and the announcement, which are my 2 most viewed videos. So I just hope that this will do even better. And a quick little clue for if you've watched the whole video, and if you have, thank you very much. So your clue for next episode is icons.